This guy recorded a video that took 5 years with him saying a word per day. I want to watch this because, like, it's going to show me how, like, I suck at committing to shit. And I just want him to brag in my face. He started in 2020 November.
No matter how I start this, I'll most likely wish I had said or done something different, but that's okay. You can't expect everything to be perfect all the time, or really any of the time. Anyway, I put off starting this for 6 months, because I wasn't sure if I could make the commitment. Well, I'm 2 months into this now, and so far so good. Guess I would rather have started earlier, but I won't dwell on it. Basically, if you want to start something, do it now. Unless there's some reason you really shouldn't. Maybe training for that marathon can wait until your leg stops being broken. So at this point, I've got 4 years and 8 months of words ahead of me. It's enough time that I could come up with something brilliant, or something mind-numbingly stupid. If the stars align, I might even pull off the double. The possibilities are endless. You know, I haven't got a clue how this is gonna turn out.
Bro, this is the craziest video to me ever, dog. This is such long-term commitment. This is such... It's very... Y'all might not get it... Get the feeling that I'm getting out of this video. It's inspirational, dog. Dude, 5 years, a word every day? It's like you can't even... The progress is so slow. Bro, but you were so consistently thinking about this specific outcome. And it turned into something great. How many views is it, bro? 1 million views. But it's not even that. It's the story that he's about to tell, bro. This shit's so long.
The video, my life, this pizza, the important things. That's the beauty of it, I suppose. The pizza had way too much onion, by the way. Well, that's one lesson learned. One of the many I'll undoubtedly be taught by the time you see this. But I have...
You said the pizza had too much onion. Oh, nigga! Oh my gosh! What an overload! Bro, that's not even pizza with... that's onion under pizza. Wait. Bro, that's onion with the side... Bro, y'all know what I'm... He didn't even, like, slice them. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Nah, you get it. You get a... Bro, who made this pizza, dog? Dog, go to Little Caesars.
The important things. That's the beauty of it, I suppose. The pizza had way too much onion, by the way.
Nigga.
Well, that's one lesson learned.
Yeah,
one
to
of the
cut
many
the onions.
I'll undoubtedly be taught by the time you see this. But I have to make sure I actually learn from my mistakes. And not repeat them. Easier said than done. Of course, some habits are harder to shake or ingrain than others. And making the same mistakes over and over until you learn beats learning nothing at all. Now, you might be wondering, is this whole thing just gonna be a bunch of disjointed messages and observations? Honestly,
Random question. Do white guys get haircuts like every year? But I think get a haircut every like 2 weeks, dog. I know my boy Dylan, he'll probably get a chop every month. That shit crazy. Wow, you're saving a lot of money, dog.
it's hard to say. Let's just go.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Son of a biscuit. I'm gonna edit this out, but my headset just died.
Now,
I'm gonna edit all this shit out. It's gonna be like a seamless cut.
you might be wondering,
Seamless.
is this whole thing just gonna be a bunch of disjointed messages and observations? Honestly, it's hard to say. Let's just go with the flow and call any sort of cohesiveness a bonus. By the way, I moved house if you haven't noticed, which is the sort of thing I can talk about without it becoming irrelevant by the time I finish the sentence. Unlike this food I'm about to... Honestly, it's hard to say. Let's just go with the flow and call any sort of cohesiveness a bonus. By the way...
Okay, okay. You could tell in the first part of the video when he first had the idea and made the commitment, he was having like, he was literally saying he knows it's not going to be perfect. He put it off because he kind of wanted it to be perfect. But like now he's getting to the point where like he's starting to realize you just got to go with the flow and it's just going to come out. It's still going to come out good because it's like a genuine, it's natural. It's not like forced. If you that's what I'm learning like during my YouTube journey. Like if you overthink shit, it ends up being worse. And I got this from Michael Jackson and Prince. When they said that when they would make music, or at least Prince, I think Michael Jackson was like a perfectionist, but Prince, who's also like an amazing artist, he would just let his feelings take over. Michael Jackson said the same thing. They would just let their feelings take over. And like you just go with the flow. You like once you start overthinking it, or you start thinking about the outcome, it becomes less natural. And it just doesn't come. Pause.
I moved house if you haven't noticed, which is the sort of thing I can talk about without it becoming irrelevant by the time I finish the sentence. Unlike this food I'm about to dig into, because I actually ate it 2 weeks ago. It's strange. But not as strange as the fact that I've been filming this for over a year now.
Wow.
Not sure if I'll keep bringing up how long it's been. Is it pointlessly annoying?
It looks the same.
Annoyingly pointless? Don't answer that. You'd be a few years late at least. Now, if you don't mind, I'll just beat
Bro,
this
in a week, he couldn't even, like, he's just saying a sentence. It would take him a week to come up with a sentence. I'll just beat this dead horse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's damn near a week. Of him just saying a phrase, though. This is crazy.
horse a little more by saying, it kind of baffles.
The fuck is he wearing?
Now, if you don't mind, I'll just beat this dead horse a little more by saying, it kind of baffles me that it's already 2022. Which I guess for you is just a distant memory. Maybe it's nostalgic. Maybe it's a time you'd rather forget. As for me, well, I suppose it's going alright. I landed a place to live 2 weeks before the end of my lease. So yes, I have moved again. Probably won't be the last time you'll see that. I just hope it's not every 6 months. Because it's kind of a pain in the neck. Not as painful as an actual neck injury. Which will probably happen to me in the next few years now that I've said it out loud. At least it'd make a funny edit. But any number of injuries or illnesses could befall me, and at a certain point it becomes not so humorous. Imagine if Actually, I better not jinx it. I'm kind of following TV and movie logic there, but this is real life. And I know that's what someone in a piece of fictional media would say, but honestly, I don't know where I was going with that. Oh well, full steam.
Hey, he ain't have a mask on this whole video. COVID not real to him?
Ahead to the next topic, which is of course, the butterfly effect. No,
Did I
I'm
miss
not
it?
talking about the film series, even though the first one was awesome. I'm talking about the concept. How
Even though the first one was awesome, he really wasted days saying that shit. That's crazy.
an insignificant change can cause a ripple effect, leading to a wildly different outcome. I was thinking about this because I realized this whole thing could have gone any number of ways if I simply started it another day. Maybe I rewrite the beginning and go down a completely different path. Maybe I come up with alternative anecdotes because I'm in another location at a specific part of the paragraph. Or just maybe, I receive a terrible injury after deciding to film a word in a precarious spot because of the way it ties into the story. I doubt that would have happened, but you never know. It just fascinates me that one tiny harmless decision can make a life-changing difference.
Yes.
Like that time the guy in front of me won $50,000 on a scratch ticket I would have bought had I left the house 2 minutes earlier instead of eating an extra piece of toast. That was a long sentence. It was also an example of something I can do at any point in this video. Lie. Yep, I made that up. It's the only time though, I promise. Okay, that promise might be emptier than this bottle. But I certainly don't intend on spinning any more tales. At least not without good reason. I don't intend on spinning any more tales. At least not
Please,
without
crying.
good reason. With that in mind, why not drop a few truth bombs? 1. I had no idea what I was going to say here, but now I've given myself enough time to think of 2. I'm turning 30 next year and I'm a little
Damn.
scared. Not because I think 30 is old. I just feel like I haven't done what I should have done by now. Relatable, perhaps?
Bro, and that's the feeling I'm literally scared of most, bro. That's what drives me the most in the world, dog. Is literally the feeling of regret. I don't want to have that feeling when I'm older of like, damn, I wish I did this. But it's like, then again, will I always have that feeling? Nah. If I can confidently live in the moment, bro, at all times, I won't have that feeling. And I always, wow, yeah. I guess that's literally the goal, to live in the moment. Living in the future will cause you to feel anxiety. Once you start thinking, worrying about the future, something that you can't even predict, but your brain tries to predict, it gives you anxiety, natural fear, natural worry. Makes you anxious. If you live in the past, you're never gonna go anywhere, bro. You're so stuck in like what happened. When it's like, bro, that's already said and done. Living in the present brings the most happiness, brings the most joy. You get to focus on every moment. Whether good or bad, you have the right to enjoy it in that moment.
I feel like I haven't done what I should have done by.
But like I was trying to compare that to like feeling regret. I can't have that feeling of regret because I feel like regret stems from like you feeling, what's the word I'm looking for? Like you having a not like fuck. You kind of judging yourself, like your past self in a way. Cause you're like, why didn't you do this? But I guess if I can follow my goal of just always living in the moment, I'll be content with the thought that like I did what I wanted to do at the time. So the reason I'm at where I'm at now is because I did what I wanted to do. I feel like that will stop me from having that feeling. And that's my goal, because bro, the feeling of regret, that has to be the worst feeling in the world, bro. The worst, like, because you have no control. You can't do anything about that anymore. Now you're just stuck with that feeling of like, damn, what could have been. Shout out Drewski.
Now. Relatable, perhaps? Oh, and 3. This is the 3rd longest video project I'm currently working on.
Nigga, 3rd longest? Bro, this shit took 5 years. What?
A few of you might remember that time I solved a 7x7.
Dude, I remember 2023. Dude, it's already 2020. It's about to be 2026, y'all. And you still haven't done that thing that you dream about doing because you're scared of, bro, you fear how other people are gonna think about you. When those people won't care, bro, hey, let me let you in on a secret. No one gives a fuck about you, bro. No one cares. No one cares about you, bro. Like Sonder. So look up the word Sonder. Everyone's living their own life, dog. Everyone has their own responsibilities that they are dealing with. They don't have time to worry about you. They might have a thought, bro. I ain't gonna lie. People will judge. People will like, they'll think about you, but that's all in the moment. You have no true deep meaning to them. All right, you are just a side character in their life, as they are side characters in your life. So do what you want to do, bro. It's been how long? And you said you were gonna do this thing. You need to get started now, just like this guy did. That's a big ass Rubik's cube, dog. How do you solve that, dude? Whatever, bro. It's been it's been forever, dog. Been forever. What am I talking about? I don't know. I'm dropping gems though. Y'all gotta pick them up.
1 turn per day.
Whoa! Okay,
A
swag.
few of you might remember that time I solved a 7x7 1 turn per day. I'll admit right now, I'm not doing that with a bigger cube. Imagine if I was secretly solving a 9x9 for the last 4 years. But here's what it really is. I scrambled a Rubik's Cube in early 2015, memorized it, put it in a box, and will hopefully solve it blindfolded in 2025. As you may have noticed, that's in the past. So those of you who watched it can gleefully chuckle at whatever the result of that was, while I nervously anticipated for the next 16 months. On the bright side, I'm pretty sure I'll have stuff to be more nervous about before then. Hopefully nothing catastrophic, but what can you do? What can you do? In the face of catastrophe? A lot of things, I suppose. Most of them won't be productive, but I'm sure you could figure it out. I was thinking about departing some actual wisdom here, but I can't say I'm qualified. Certainly no more than the average person. So what I'll do instead is pick a random topic and talk about that for however long I see fit. How about patience?
Those gunshots? They got guns in the EU? Oh, Happy New Year! Bro, they got fireworks in the UK, in the EU? Dude. Okay, I get it. I gotta have patience, but like, I need you to get on to the next clip. You're throwing me off. It's cause the flow. He just ruined the flow, and it's irking me right now. But let me sit in this. Look how long this is. Let me take the gem though that he threw with it.
Person. So what I'll do instead is pick a random topic and talk about that for however long I see fit. How about patience?
That's what I'm talking about, bro. I truly think you can do anything in the world, bro, if you just focus on it and you just stick with it. You'll be the best at that thing. That's how you develop a skill, bro. Bro, but a thought that I have that like really bothers me, dog, is like I'll only be really good at a few things, bro. I can't be good at everything. It's really impossible. I can't be extraordinary at everything. So like, it really sucks, man. So I gotta choose things that choose a select few things. If I want to be extraordinary at something, I gotta choose a select few things, or just one thing, and just focus at that thing and be patient, be fucking determined, be fucking like this guy, dog. This is so inspirational. 5 years, one word, bro. 5 years on the same video idea. I know this whole time he was recording it, he probably had hella thoughts like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this shit? He could have had that a year in, but he kept doing it. He stuck with it, stuck through. What's this climax though? We gotta get here. What's this? Most replayed? Can't do it, bro. Niggas popping, bro.
You waited patiently for me to continue. I still have almost 2 years to wait before I can release this video. Kind of an apples to oranges comparison there, but it does show that there are different kinds of patience to have. Waiting 30 seconds for a light to turn green sucks. Waiting a year for a new movie can suck, but it's not necessarily as frustrating as the light. The long wait for a new release can also make the payoff more satisfying. Wouldn't say the same about traffic. But all of this begs the question, how patient am I? It's not the easiest thing to quantify. There's the willingness to take on projects that won't see the light of day for several years. There's also the rage that bubbles beneath the surface when something takes a while to load. Or when I'm walking behind an incredibly slow walker.
Oh my gosh, bro, I ain't gonna lie, literally today, sometimes I literally gotta stop myself. I literally feel the urge of like, bro, road rage, bro. Oh my gosh, this literally happens every day. Why are you cutting me off in traffic and slowing down, dog? Oh my gosh, it's infuriating. If you're not driving yet, bro, if you're not driving it and you're watching this, holy shit, that just kind of made me feel weird. Bro, how old? What the hell? Dude. It's just, bro, but like, yeah, patience, my nigga. But it's like, I'm literally gonna I have nowhere to get to, bro. I'm literally driving for work, and it's like, well, I'm gonna show up 5 minutes later. Not even 30 seconds, dog. Not even, because as soon as I get off the freeway, we're all gonna be stopped at the same red light. I don't know if you've ever realized that, bro. You can cut up in traffic as much as you want on the freeway, bro. as soon as you get off that exit, you're at the same red light. That shit's it's crazy. You might be a couple cars in front, but man, patience, bro. Just living in the moment, no matter how boring, how fucking no, just enjoy the feeling. You won't feel those feelings for much longer, dog. Shit, you're not gonna exist.
It really just depends.
Hey,
on
hate
the
to throw that
situation,
in, you know what I
my
mean?
mood, how much of a reason or reward
It's real
there
shit.
is. Well, you know what they say. Patience is a virtue.
The fuck does virtue even mean? Nigga
That's
forgot
why
the
it's
script?
admirable how politely you waited for this sentence. The fact that I did the same exact joke a minute ago and you let it slide is even better. Man, all I've done this year is talk about patience. And it's already August. Well, that's
Ooh.
not all I've done, but in the context of this video, it pretty much is. It feels fitting at least. Waiting for me to stop going on. It pretty much is. It feels fitting at least.
I said the wrong words on September 1st, so September 2nd.
Waiting for me to stop going on about waiting. But I'm through with that. Now, let's just chill for a second and appreciate these cats.
What?
You
A
may have
year-
noticed a change
a year
in
ago,
my
I used to hate cats.
surroundings. I haven't moved and acquired 3 cats. I'm just house sitting. And now I'm back. It's no surprise that those 4 weeks flew by so quickly for you, but it felt shockingly fast for me too. I know the passage of time isn't the most fresh and juicy topic at this point. I'll just say that it concerns me sometimes. You know how it is. Feeling like things are moving too rapidly and life is passing you by. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you make the most of every day. Although I'd find that hard to believe.
I don't think anyone
Have you
does.
really spent every day of your life the best way possible?
No.
No, you haven't. Which is fine because that would be completely unreasonable.
But there is no best way, though, dog. There's no best way to spend your life unless you're doing everything you want to do in the moment, dog, right? That's why but you gotta live in the moment, and like if you have this deep thought fucking screaming telling you to do something. Hey, hold on. I don't know if I should say that. I don't know if there's like some crazy psychopaths in the chat, alright? I don't know what kind of thoughts y'all have. Does anybody know what I'm trying to say though? Like, that's gonna stop you from having regret, bro. You gotta understand that. You literally gotta do what you wanna do. Don't let the dumb ass feeling of other people judging, bro. I gotta keep bringing that up because I genuinely think everyone wants. if you're listening to this, bro, this is like hella game. I think like YouTube's gonna be hella big. Maybe that's just because I've always enjoyed YouTube. I've always seen like, I don't know, like, that's my dream. But the idea of YouTube, the idea of building a personal brand around yourself is like super powerful. And I feel like, bro, especially as like the world and society evolves, as people run out of jobs, as like I feel like eventually the world's getting to a place where like we don't really need to work to produce. We probably won't have to work to live, if that makes sense. If that makes sense, I guess. I just feel like all that's really gonna matter is like your personal brand, how people view you, your reputation. What am I trying to get at? What am I trying to get at?
No,
Can you
you
remind me?
haven't.
Oh,
Which is fine.
like, bro, it like bothers me how like it only bothers me because I got over this feeling. Like, stop caring what other people think, bro. They don't even know what to think. Their thoughts are literally programmed by other people's thoughts. Their thoughts are programmed by their own insecurities. Like, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, people who comment on my video, right? But recently this guy commented But I don't know. I don't know. Like, but people don't even know what to think themselves. So why take other people's thoughts or like what they say to heart? They don't even fucking know themselves. Like these people don't even know themselves, and they're judging you. And like usually, bro, most of the time, damn near probably all the time, when people are judging you, they're literally reflecting their own insecurities to you. So like if someone's like, bro, what the fuck, Justin? Fuck, let me give a good example. This just like obviously isn't true, but like, oh, what the fuck? Why are you watching Justin? He's so unfunny. That's because they have in their head their own idea of like what they consider funny. Fuck. I gotta figure out a better way to frame this or like word this, but like, does anybody know, bro? Someone probably knows what I'm saying, but I gotta make sure everybody knows. That's what I gotta get better at. Literally talking. I'm gonna be able to make sure everybody kind of understands at least what I'm thinking. Damn, bro. It's just a deep ass video. I love videos like this, bro. Holy shit. Stop letting other people. What was I just said a whole bunch of like anything, but like I feel like having a personal brand is gonna be big. Everybody naturally wants to have a personal brand, but they let like obstacles like other people's judgment get in the way when that doesn't matter, because shit, we're all just people, dog. Literally. Only thing that changed, like, I feel like differentiates us is like literally our thoughts in our head.
Because that would be completely unreasonable. Some days are gonna be terrible and you might just want to sulk. But look, I've actually moved this time. There's not much to see. You can tell I moved though, right?
No.
It's my first apartment without flatmates, so it's small. But it's cool to have my own place. It came with this old-looking TV that actually has solid picture quality. Also, this clock that's only right twice a day. So the clock's not ticking. But the clock is ticking. That was awkward. But what I'm trying to say is, time hasn't stopped and there's no escape. Which is relevant because this thing is over in 6 months and I've realized I actually need to start wrapping things up. Do I have any regrets about how this thing turned out?
Yes.
It would have been nice to have more outside shots.
See? You'll always have regrets, bro. No matter what, right? But that goes back to like, I guess the thought that I had where like, damn, I'll never be able to do everything I want, bro. I'll literally never be able to do everything I want in this world, bro. I have to select the things that I consider the most important. Dude.
Or different locations. I do spend a lot of time in my house.
And what I consider the most important literally changes day by day, dog. Man, I just gotta be okay, and I have to understand. I have to be content with the decisions I make day by day. That's the only way to get rid of regret, right? Just be content, like, damn. It is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. That's depressing, though.
Not as much as this video might imply, but close. I just don't want to bring my camera everywhere or use my terrible phone audio. And I hate filming in front of people. What else? I could have been more well presented at times. Spoken with more conviction. Written with more purpose. But none of that really matters. I set out to do something and I did it. Well, I will have in about 8 weeks. One would hope. Now, it really is time to put my final thoughts together. I mean, it's not that serious. I'm gonna post this on YouTube and then post something else the next week.
Quality getting better.
But here's what I will say.
You got a new phone? You got the
No matter how I end
iPhone,
this, I'll most likely be okay with my
Whatever.
choice.
Oh, did you just say what I said?
Why end this? I'll most likely be okay with my choice.
Yeah. You gotta be okay. That's it. Wow, dog. Wow. That's one of the best videos I've actually, like, no joke. That's one of the best videos I've ever watched in a minute, bro. Bro. Wow. Bro, what are y'all thoughts?